Hello students, today we will be solving the IB Math A AGL May 2024 paper 2 time zone 2 question number 9. You will be getting the other solved past paper questions of this paper and of the other papers in form of playlists on my channel NS Online Math Tutoring Classes. You will also be getting playlists where the solved past paper questions will be available based on their topics. I am Nilanjana Sanyal. I am an online IB Math E AGL level tutor. In case you want to join my classes, please contact me for more details. My phone number and my website address are displayed at the bottom of the screen. So without any further delay, let us start answering question number 9. The maximum mark is 8. Consider the curve y equal to x minus 4 over ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are non-zero constants. The curve has a local minimum point at 2, 1 and a vertical asymptote with equation x equal to 1. Find the values of A, B and C. It is containing 8 marks. Okay, so vertical asymptote is having the equation x equal to 1. So x cannot be equal to 1. If the x is equal to 1, then the denominator has to be equal to 0. So from here, we will be getting the first equation. We need 3 equations because there are 3 variables, 3 unknowns. We need 3 equations. Okay. So let us write the first equation with the vertical asymptote information. So since the vertical asymptote is x equal to 1, therefore a times 1 square plus b times 1 plus c should be equal to 0, or a plus b plus c is equal to 0. This is the first equation. Okay. And there is this point given, the local minimum point with the x coordinate as 2 and the y coordinate as 1. So we understand that when the x coordinate is 2, so when we substitute 2 in place of x in this expression, the y value has to be equal to 1. Okay. So from here we will be getting our second equation. So since 2, 1 is a point on the graph of the curve, therefore 1 is equal to 2 minus 4. I am writing 2 in place of x. So 2 minus 4 over a times 2 square plus b times 2 plus c. So this implies 1 is equal to 2 minus 4 is minus 2 over 4a, 2 square is 4, so 4a plus 2b plus c. And if I multiply both sides with 4a plus 2b plus c, I get 4a plus 2b plus c is equal to minus 2. This is our second equation. Okay. And for the third equation, we need to differentiate this expression because it is a minimum point. So the first derivative should be equal to 0. Okay. Since the minimum point is at 2, 1, therefore dy by dx at x equal to 2 has to be equal to 0. Okay. So we will be using this property. So what is the dy by dx expression? Let me write the y's expression first. X minus 4 over ax square plus bx plus c. And we have to use the quotient rule. So therefore, dy by dx should be equal to ax square plus bx plus c whole square, and in the numerator, when we differentiate x minus 4 with respect to x, we get a 1 because this minus 4 is a constant term and x when differentiated with respect to x is 1. So it is 1 times ax square plus bx plus c, and then it is minus x minus 4 and the derivative of ax square plus bx plus c. The derivative of ax square is 2ax, derivative of plus bx is plus b, and the derivative of plus c is 0. So this should be equal to 0. Okay? This should be equal to 0 when x equal to 2. And this is using the quotient rule. Okay? So therefore, ax square plus, in place of x, I'll be substituting 2. So 2 square plus b times 2 plus c minus 2 minus 4 and 2 times a times 2 plus b over a times 2 square plus b times 2 plus c whole square. This should be equal to 0, and whenever the fraction value is equal to 0, it implies the numerator is 0. So this implies 2 square is 4, so 4a plus 2b plus c, and this is 2 minus 4 is minus 2, and this one is 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times e is 4a. 4a times minus 2 is minus 8a, and there is this minus sign in front, so it is plus 8a. And then there is the b. So b times negative 2 is negative 2b, and again for this minus sign it is plus 2b. This should be equal to 0, and 4a plus 8a is 12a, 2b plus 2b is 4b plus c equal to 0. This is our third equation. Okay. So, and of course you can solve these three equations using the traditional simultaneous equation solving method, or else you can use the row reduction method, your choice. Okay, I'll be using the traditional method. Okay, so 4a plus 2b plus c equal to negative 2 I'm taking. So 4a from 2. Okay, let me see the equation once more. It is 4a plus 2b plus c equal to negative 2. So 4a plus 2b plus c is equal to negative 2, and from 3 it is, and I'm using the elimination method. 12a plus 4b plus c is equal to 0, and I will be subtracting So the signs will be changing. Actually, you don't have plus and minus 0 because I have changed all the signs, so I have written, but there is no plus 0 and minus 0. So 4a minus 12a is minus 8a, and 2b minus 4b is minus 2b, equal to minus 2. So I can divide the entire equation by 2, or negative 2 rather. So I get 4a plus b is equal to 1. This is equation number 4. Okay. What was equation 1? It was a plus b plus c is equal to 0. So from 1, it is a plus b plus c equal to 0. And from 3, because it is having 0 on the right side, I am taking the 3. It is 12a plus 4b plus c is equal to 0. And again, I am subtracting. This was a subtraction, and this is also a subtraction. A minus 12a is minus 11a, and b minus 4b is minus 3b, equal to 0. So 11a plus 3b equal to 0. This is equation number 5. Okay. And I can take these two equations. I can write them over here. 4a plus b equal to 1, and 11a plus 3b equal to 0. Okay. So I am multiplying this with 3 because I need 3b. I'll be eliminating b. So this is 12a plus 3b equal to 3, and 11a plus 3b equal to 0. Again, I'll be subtracting. So 12a minus 11a is a, and these two cancel. A is equal to 3. Okay. The A's value is equal to 3. What about B? I'm taking this equation. Since 4a plus b equal to 1, therefore 4 times 3 plus b equal to 1, and implies b equal to 1 minus 12. Therefore, b is equal to negative 11. And from the first equation, it was a plus b plus c equal to 0. Since a plus b plus c equal to 0, therefore 3 minus 11 plus c equal to 0. 3 minus 11 is minus 8. So minus 8 plus c equal to 0. So c's value will be equal to 8. So we have solved this question completely. Thank you for staying with me till the end. Please like and share this video in case you have liked my explanation, and please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel in case you have not subscribed to my channel till now. Your liking, sharing and subscribing will be helping me a lot. It will be increasing my videos reach. It will be telling the YouTube that my video is worth watching. So it will be showing my video to more number of students. So it will be really helping me. We meet again very soon in our next session. We'll be solving the question number 10 of the same paper. Till then, bye.